All right. So the first story we're going to talk about is 2/3 of U.S. adults would rather wait to watch movies on streaming. This just off a title, okay? Again, I didn't read this article ahead of time, okay? Like, irks me because you guys know where I stand. I love movies. I love going to the theater. I love watching theaters, movies in theaters. I love that experience. I just love everything about the movie theater, right? It would kill me if theaters closed down. We never went to a theater again, right? And we had to watch everything at home, okay? Like even tonight, right? Even tonight, my wife wanted to watch the Taylor Swift Eras tour, right? And while we're watching it, my son's like, "Hey, Dad, look at this, look at this." You don't get that when you go to a movie. When you go to a movie, everyone's like, it's like you almost sign a contract, right? Like you don't do certain things when you're at the movie theater, or at least people that have respect, right? Like you go to the movie and everyone just sits there and watches the movie, enjoys it, cries, laughs, whatever. But at home, everything's off. You get your phone in front of you, your dog's barking, people come to your door, like things are just happening. I hate watching stuff at home. Okay, I love watching a brand new film, okay, at the theater. So it says 2/3 of U.S. adults would rather wait and watch movies on streaming. Exclusive, a new Harris X study finds that a new Roadhouse and The Accountant 2 are literally every Netflix movie may have the right idea. Okay, it says a new poll, exclusively in IndieWire, found that 34% of U.S. adults prefer watching movies in theaters, which means a solid 2/3 would rather wait for them to be released on streaming. The competition continues between streaming services and Hollywood Engine. While it still sees evidence of loyal moviegoers in recent box office numbers, our studies show that 2 in 3 movie watchers prefer stream movies at home. Ali Brady, VP of Harris X, told IndieWire, despite the cause of some upheaval of the industry, it also means that the demand for content is only increasing. Nearly half the consumers say they stream movies weekly, more than 7 times as frequent as those who do so in theaters. Bradley also postered also found a 30% of U.S. streamers a movie or two or more times per week, and the same percentage of respondents said that they go to the movie theater a few times a year. Now, for those of us are more aligned with Nicole Kidman's opinion on the matter, this is an experience of watching. If you guys don't know the Nicole Kidman commercial that plays in front of the AMC theaters and stuff like that, it brings 59% of patrons. The next closest factor is the quality of surround sound systems that checks off by 47% of the survey's respondents. 39% say escaping from distractions at home was important to them. Well, there you go. I'm in that category, right? I'm in that category. Theater recliners resonate with 37%. Refreshments capture 32% of the voters. And here are other in favor of theaters in decreasing order. Now, the movie is exclusively shown in theaters, 30%. Advanced viewing technology such as 3D, IMAX, etc. is 30%. The experience of watching a movie with the audience is 26%. And to watch a movie premiere or special screening is 25%. And nostalgia is 24%. Me personally, I'm in that 30%. I'm in that 30% for the 3D IMAX. I'm in that 26% for the movie audience. I'm in there for the 25% for special screenings. I'm in that 24% for the nostalgia factor. Okay. This survey also conducted online by Harris X from March 11th and 12th, 2024. It captured responses from more than 1,000 U.S. adults and weighed them in by gender, age, race, ethnicity, region, and income were necessary to reflect the population. The sampling margin of error was 3%. 3 percentage points, plus or minus. Now, and then again, the homebodies, to be fair, we can also generally relate to that group as well. So most 53% of those who prefer to wait for movies to reach streaming cited that the cost of the movie tickets as a major reason. 42% are also mentioned that the cost of concessions. While those recliners were pretty solid motivators for the theater crowd, even a larger percentage, 40% of the streaming lovers, cited that the comfort of viewing at home versus the in theater as a reason to wait. This is like, you look at the way we as people went to the theaters, like obviously way before I was born. You would see like people go to the theater. You see that old time, movie films and stuff like that. When you see people going to the theater, they're wearing like a top hat, coat, jacket, vest. Women are all dressed up nice with dresses on and stuff like that, and they're going to the theater. That's like going out to like going to a play, right? Now you have people that go to theaters are wearing like sandals, shorts, ripped jeans. People are doing nasty things in theaters. You know what I mean? Like, we're a completely different culture as we were when movies started to where they are today. Now people would rather just sit at home To me, it just, I don't know, man. Call me a little old timey, but I love going to theaters, and I love just that moment. Okay. 24% said that they straight up are uninterested. We're not sure what the problem is. Concerns over sanitation or hygiene, like COVID and flu, keep 23% of respondents away. 22% need to pee, citing the ability to pause the movie or take a break. Elsewhere is a study of 52% said movies should be 1.5 to 2 hours. The rest of the favor waiting for the streaming again in decent order are distractions from other members of the audience is 19%. Inconvenience travel time, theater, traffic, parking, etc. is 15%. Selection of films showing 13%. Inconvenience of theater location 13%. And limited availability for the inconvenient showtimes of 11%. And seat selection is 8%. So obviously there's pros and cons for a lot of things. But again, I like going out to the theater, man. I like me and my wife, when we first started dating, now that we have a kid, it's harder to go out. And I totally get where the price is coming from. But we would go out to the theaters when we first started dating, and then we got married. We would go to the theaters 3 times a week, right? It was like $3.75, $4 at certain theaters that we would go to, and it was awesome. We just loved going to the theater, right? We would bring our own candy in and stuff like that. We would get concessions, we get drinks. Now we have to pick the right movie because the kid wants to have to see it, right? We don't want to bring him to a movie that he can't see. Then you got to pay that extra ticket, and you're paying for an extra person. Now ticket prices are 4 times the amount of price they were, right? Because now they have the recliners. Now they have to make more money, so now they're charging $12, $16, $20 for a show, unless you go to a matinee show. So the price goes up and up with that type of stuff. And I get it. I don't see that many movies anymore, but I don't go see movies anymore not because I don't want to go to the theater. It's just I'm not interested in the movies they're showing in theaters, right? Like, I went to go see Top Gun in theaters, right? I want to go see Dune. I was actually supposed to see Dune today. Didn't go. Okay, there's other movies. We saw Mario in theaters. We saw Migration in theaters. I saw Batman in theaters. I saw lots of movies that I love seeing for the first time in theaters. But now I'm not interested in Marvel, right? I'm not interested in the Star Wars films, right? I'm not even interested in the Marvel and Star Wars shows, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, what do you think? Where do you stand? Are you a person that sits that you want to go to theaters? You want always to go to theaters? Or are you one of the people that want to stay home and you don't mind being distracted or anything? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please make sure you share, like, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers over on Nerding with 30. So make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.